All right, folks. Welcome to video number 36. I'm going to go ahead and start this off saying I really don't know what I'm going to be talking about very much. I'm really going to be talking about, I don't have a topic. And to be honest with you, I'm quite irritable. See, I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks because I came across a concept that I hadn't heard before. And a couple of videos ago, I read the first story of the Meek Gnostic book, Meek Gnosis book. Whatever, I read the first story, and it had to be completely rewritten, well edited, to introduce the concept of Barbello. I've spent the last 5, 6, 7 years, maybe 8 years, trying to figure out exactly what the Meek Gnosis is, and it's amazing how something as massive as Barbello could be missed. It just goes to show that this world is information rich, that I genuinely believe that we are being curated this information, and some things are just kept from us. I've had conversations just today where some folks will say X is doing this, and you can just turn on to a different channel or have a different person log in, and it'll show you where it says X is doing the exact opposite. This is the world that we live in. And that's why we're going to continue to focus on this concept that I'm going to hammer home quite often. And that is, whatever this place is, whether you believe it's an organic creation of a world, or you believe it's the Matrix, or you live in a dreamland, whatever you believe this is, it's pretty obvious that the currency of this place is human attention. Everyone wants our attention. Tremendous resources are poured into our attention. I have this concept of the lotus eaters that I keep running through in many of my videos. And that's the people that are trying to occupy our attention. They're distracting us. They're feeding us stories. Feeding and dividing human beings. One group gets one type of story. A different group gets another story. Oh, my camera just lost focus. I should move slowly, because it apparently has a hard time paying attention. Silly Logitech. But this new concept, and me having to spend the last week or two rewriting the first couple stories of the Meek Gnosis book, coupled with this particular thing, which is I have genuinely lost all interest in what anyone else has to say on the internet. People that I used to listen to because I thought they were speaking one way. All it took was a change in administration. It turns out 95% of them are saying absolutely crazy things. They are unlistenable to. And it's tons of them. They're all the popular ones. It's like if a video has more than 100 views or 500 views, odds are it's someone is controlling it. Yeah. And after enough time, you realize that these communities that you thought were one thing, like I said, they're just a bunch of curated garbage. And you do have some folks. I did try and listen, and I listened to most of that Russell Brand and Jordan Peterson conversation. What a steaming pile of dog, you know. I mean, just It's difficult, hence the irritability. The other part of that irritability is admitting my own fault in all of this. You see, even someone like me who knows the answer is to take care of everything myself, to become self-reliant, to actually follow the teachings of what the meek gnosis is, which is to dedicate myself to becoming profoundly capable mentally, spiritually, and physically. But I am just as human as anyone else. And it's difficult to not want to sit back and listen to some folks talk for a while and just chill out instead of getting up and going out and doing what needs to be done. So I'm rather angry with myself. And I think we all, I know we all go through that. It's like, beginning of the year, everyone does the New Year's resolution, and then it all falls off. And a lot of times we get upset with ourselves for not doing it and not following through and not finding the wherewithal to, maybe you dropped it in February something, and you realize a week later that you dropped it, and we just can't seem to get back on that horse, and we have to, my friends. I mean, a concept came along, changed everything, and I had to do work on something and go back again. It was really irritating. I didn't want to go back to something I thought that I'd finished, or at least finished enough where I could move forward. Just complaining about Jordan Peterson, but he does say one thing that I'm trying to follow now, which is just write a bad first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter. Just keep going. And I probably should have just kept going instead of going back and rewriting it. I am definitely not capable of writing perfection, so I don't know why I went back. Other than the fact that I'm a human being, and we all have these little quirks, and we all do things that aren't exactly right. But as Jesus said, once you know, just stop and sin no more. Or in this case, I know I made a mistake. I should not have gone back. I should have just kept moving forward. So I will just continue to move forward, which is the reason why I'm just making this video about nothing. This video is about how when you're on the path, you will get knocked off. That's the whole point. I've been knocked off many, many times. I just got knocked off again. Between realizing the world's just really full of garbage, even though I could have told you it's full of garbage, but when you just see it and smell it, I guess. But my friends, they want our attention, and we really, really need to learn to spend our attention wisely. Use it to our benefit. Make your life better. Make your life more powerful. The folks that are all over the TV and all over the YouTube and whatever the cool kids are paying attention to today, these folks don't. They want our attention. They crave our attention. They desire it. Maybe they need it. Maybe it's not little kids that they're after. Maybe it's just our attention, and somehow they can use that. I don't know. Weird thought. The fact of the matter is, we all need to get better at how we spend the currency that they want from you. With that, my friends, I will see you on the next one.